Hi and welcome to Carrie's Crack. Today we are talking about social media. Should we stay or should we go? Now this is totally open for discussion. Drop in the comments your thoughts on this. I have no right or wrong in this. It's just something I've been thinking about this week, which is all what Carrie's Crack is about, what's been going on with me this week. Let me rewind and tell you how this came about. So as you know, I've been doing some courses about business and stuff like that. And you know, growing your audience, making yourself visible, and it's all about being on social media, especially if you're doing an online business. And I just started feeling a little bit heavy around it. And before I started this course, I was actually wanting to come off because of that reason, because of that feeling. And I was like, I can't, I've got to keep on for the business. And then when I'm going on and posting and things like that, I just didn't want to do it. But when I was posting, it was a case of I was on it more. Like I'd do the businessy stuff, but then I'd be on it more and I'd scroll, and I never really scrolled before. I'd just check out what was going on for like 2 minutes and then I'd come off. And then what I'm finding now is that I'm on it longer and I'm scrolling more. Now I know YouTube is technically a social media, but I always found that to feel a bit different. It didn't feel as heavy. So I would have come off the others but stayed on social media, which I know is technically still social media. But even YouTube, I was finding I was scrolling and watching stuff I wouldn't normally watch. So I was feeling that addiction. I was feeling that pull to it, that pulling of your attention taken away from you. And I just thought, this isn't right. This doesn't feel right. So I started Googling, YouTubing, marketing without social media. And obviously people are saying ways to do it and everything. But then I read the comments, and the comments were like, I've been off Facebook for 2 years now. It's the best thing I've ever done. Lots and lots and lots of comments about that. And it just got me thinking, like, I'm not the only one feeling this, and people have actually been doing this for a while. I even ended up seeing a short. Now, I don't normally watch shorts on YouTube, and I actually ended up watching a short of a young lass, looked in the early 20s, and she was saying it was literally a short, so it was just video clips, a little short reel of her telling us about her year and what she's done, and she's had more connections with people, she's been in nature more and all this stuff. And again, on the comments of that, the best thing I've ever done, a lot more like that again. But there was also comments about, what do you do about being lonely? So there's two sides of this, isn't there? There's the attention that's being taken away, and can you control that? Can you put boundaries in place? Can you put time limits in place? Are you feeling the need to have to do that, or are you really good with it, like I used to be? And if you can sort of control that, then that's fine, isn't it? But then it's almost like we're so used to having it around and in our pocket all the time that we don't know what to do without it. And it's a bit scary even, because we've had it for so long and used it for so much now. One thing I think of is, if you're out with a friend and they go to the toilet, what do you do? Do you automatically get your phone out? I started doing it, and I actually started realising it, being aware of it, being mindful of it, and putting it down and looking around the place and people watching again. I wonder if the younger generation even know what people watching is. I don't see them doing it. They're phone watching. But this take on being lonely, it's a bit sad. Not in a, you're how sad are you? Not in that, but really sad. Not really in that heart space. It's sad that we would feel lonely if we came off our phone. And in the same night that I was reading all this, I was watching a little short on, a clip of an interview with Steve Bartlett from Diary of a CEO and Simon Sinek. And they were talking about friendships and do we even know what they really are? Simon said, you've got people that will, you might have a group of people who you can go to in times of need. You know, if you're feeling down, you can pick up the phone to them. I'm struggling with this. Can you give me some advice? And he said he's got like up to 15 people that he could do that with. But there's maybe only 3 that he could call if something good was going on with his life and he wanted to share it. And it wouldn't feel like he was bragging or boasting. And I found that really interesting because you'd think it'd be the other way around. You'd think it'd be that you could share the good things easier than the bad things. And then Stephen came back with the fact that he's done, he's done speaking events in front of like 500 people. Obviously he's done bigger ones, but this one he's talking about 500 people, all young entrepreneurs, suited and booted. And this one guy in the front asked a question and said, how can I make friends? And he was taken aback by that question because he's surrounded by all these people and he didn't know how to make friends. And I think that's probably, I might be stereotyping, please put in the comments. But is this a problem we're coming up with now in this day and age, this generation that's coming along? Yes, tech is good. Yes, social media is good. Look, I'm on here talking to you. How else could we connect without doing that? But if this generation are feeling that is how you make friends and that is real connection, then I would say we've got a bit of a problem for the human connection, for the way humans thrive and real connection. Yes, tech is great. Tech is great if you can't get to somebody. You can put this on and it's almost as good, but it's not as good as the real deal. How many times have you had a text and misunderstood it? You've maybe got riled up about it, took it the wrong way, and it's taken some communication to sort it out. I don't know about you. I don't know if dramatically leaving is the answer. You've probably noticed I've definitely stopped posting every day because I've got the YouTube channel and I have very little time. It's, if I had all the time in the world, I would carry on doing it. If I had a VA for me, I would do it, but I don't have a lot of time and I don't want to feel like I have to do it. It's that thing, isn't it? If someone tells you to do something, you just say, no, I'm not doing it. You're not being told what to do. Well, isn't social media doing that to us? Really subtly, without you knowing? If you're one of these people that if someone tells you what to do, you'll do the complete opposite. Well, social media is doing that subtly to us. It's drawing you in with that intention. It intends to draw you in. It intends to keep you on the platform for longer. So if you were aware of that, would you do it? Would you do it for as long? And for me, it's like you either do it and be really strict around it, at how much you're doing and when you're doing, be really mindful, or you don't do it at all. I don't know. It's food for thought, and it's something I've been pondering on. I've even dabbled with LinkedIn. Well, I'm on it, but I haven't done anything on it because I haven't used it before, so it's another thing to learn. I don't know, is that any different? Does that still feel like social media? Is that another sort of YouTube-y one where you can just take it and leave it and you're not sucked in as much? I don't know. And I've never even got going on TikTok or Snapchat. I just don't even want to go there because I don't want to be sucked in even more. But I'd really like to know your thoughts on this, because all these comments, I actually couldn't believe them. If you YouTube coming off social media or something, so many posts are on it now. So many posts are about that now. And there's got to be a reason why. I think we're really finding that how unhealthy it is. So I've got a freebie coming out. I've nearly got it ready to come out. I'm so excited. I've got a freebie to come out, and within that it says limit. It doesn't say come off it, but it says limit your social media. Because we need to have that time away from it. We need to feel the space in our head. There's too much stimuli in social media and scrolling. All that information, like even if you're not reading it, that blue light, that content that's whizzing past, your brain's still picking it up. And if you're going from even a conversation, a face-to-face conversation, someone gets up and goes to the toilet and then you're picking up your phone, there is absolutely no break. You're doing to-do lists, and in the middle of your to-do list, you're picking up your phone, or even you're coming away from your task and you're distracted and you're picking up your phone. They say it takes 20 minutes after a distraction to come back to the thing you were doing. Do you want that? Do you want your jobs and your tasks to be elongated and prolonged because you've picked up your phone? It's about taking control of your life again and being aware of what you're doing with your attention. What do you want to do with your attention? Or what do you want them to have you do? Because by doing that, you're giving your attention away. When we're doing it mindlessly. So just have a think about it. See how you feel. Just pay attention to when you're using social media. And are you using it because you want to? Or are you using it because you're feeling the pull, the addiction? And does it sit right? If you're doing that and you're absolutely fine with that, then that's fine. But if you're doing that and sensing it and sensing that the control is being taken off you, then is that something you need to think about, reconsider? Okay, so that's all that I've got for you today. Have a great weekend, and I'll speak to you soon. Much love. Bye for now.